I'm doing another Warhammer review for the Tau following the recent nerfs from GW, which are the most effective units now. To start us off, I've looked at lots of weapon combinations for each unit in the maths. When it comes to overcharging, it seems pretty obvious that the damage output per point goes up, but the trade-off is high, so I won't be recommending them as options. Although I've looked at loads of unit types with various wounds, toughness, save and invulnerable characteristics, only 3 broad types have come out with distinctive results. And that's 1 wound low toughness models like chaff infantry, multi-wound less than T8 models, so that's marines, elites and that kind of thing, and then high toughness T8 and lots of wounds. So for the 1 wound low toughness models, the most efficient unit that comes out are breachers. The pulse carbines are close range but are really good against this type of opponent. And then crisis suits with flamers and burst cannons, and this is just because of the high shot output. For multi-wound models that are less than T8, the most efficient unit is pathfinders, that's with either rail or iron rifles. We've seen Pathfinders before featuring as one of the most efficient units. I hope everyone is now including them in the list. And if you're facing against Space Marines and Armour of Contempt, then the rail rifles do better into this due to its higher AP. And then in second place are the Vespid, another cool unit that's shown up before as being efficient. They're fast with an 8 deep strike, good shooting for the low cost of 12 points per model. And then we've got the high toughness, high wound count. The top pick again is Pathfinders with rail iron rifles. And then the big guns start showing up, and that's broadsides with heavy rail rifles and the hammerhead with its rail rifle. Even with the nerfs, the broadsides still come up as one of the most efficient ways of dealing with high toughness opponents. But how good are Pathfinders still? And I've covered it in this video in the past. A couple of things to note looking at all this. Crisis suits aren't now one of the best choices. GW have done a good job smashing them down. The 33% increase in the base price has done a lot for that. If you are going to take them, consider loading them out with one of each of Cyclic Iron Blaster, Fusion Blaster, Plasma Rifle, and or the Flamer, just because it keeps the points cost down. Even though it's not shown up in the top couple, Commanders are still one of the most efficient units around, and they're returning back to being one of the best units in the Codex. But you're unlikely to take that many, as with detachment and CP limitations at the moment, you can't fit them in. With Crisis and Broadsides being hit, units like Breachers and Devilfish and then Hammerheads are coming back into the fore, so you'll see these as top picks for lists. Vespid again performed well. Even though they don't particularly synergise with the army, they do a good job for the points cost. And as they're not relying on other units for buffs, this means they can just get on with doing what they do. You're probably going to see a lot more auxiliaries in Tau lists, and crisis suits aren't going to be the centrepiece anymore. It's still a cool codex with deep options. Let me know how you're playing it. See you again soon. Bye.